Local governments make a big difference in our lives. They deliver many services and define the places where we live, work and play. Local government powers and responsibilities in Western Australia are defined in the Local Government Act. A review of the Local Government Act is being undertaken to modernise local governments and better position them to deliver services for the community. Western Australia has changed greatly since the Act was introduced in 1995. Not only has technology changed, but our state has grown and the services required by the community have expanded. It is time to consider how the Act should be updated to reflect the needs of Western Australians now and into the future. We need local governments to be agile, smart and inclusive. We expect that all local governments need to be adaptable and willing to change. They also need to be innovative. Local governments need to use technology, operate efficiently and effectively, make decisions based on evidence, and undertake self-reflection and evaluation. Local governments should govern for their entire community and involve the community in decision making. Information should also be readily and easily accessible. To shape the future of local government, we want to hear from you. This presentation summarises the key topics that are discussed in the consultation paper. The consultation period closes on the 9th of March 2018. You're encouraged to view the Phase 1 consultation paper and share your views. Before discussing the key topics in Phase 1 of the review, it is worthwhile thinking about local government in Western Australia. Western Australia is one of the most diverse local government structures in the world. We have some of the country's biggest and smallest local governments. A common feature across all local governments in Western Australia is that their primary decision-making body is an elected council, with council decisions implemented by a CEO. The Local Government Act sets out the powers and responsibilities of all local governments. The Act provides significant autonomy to local government, but is also quite prescriptive. As part of the review, reforms to the Act and the supporting regulations will be considered. Phase 1 of the review considers the following topics: meeting community expectations of standards and performance, public confidence in local government, transparency, red tape reduction, and regional subsidiaries. Elected members and local government officers have a challenging job, and the community has high expectations of standards, ethics, and performance. The paper considers whether reforms are required in the areas such as relationships between council and administration, behaviour in managing misconduct, training for elected members, and CEO recruitment, selection, and performance review. The paper also considers ways to manage problems on council when they arise. In 2007, the Standards Panel was established to review complaints of a less serious nature. The aim was to streamline the handling of these complaints, deal with them quickly, so that lessons could be learned by the person in the sector. Unfortunately, this has not been effective. Many complaints deal with inappropriate behaviour or a breakdown in relationships. Almost 70% of the complaints heard at the Standards Panel have been generated from less than 10% of the state's local governments. Given the importance of effective relationships in the council, the paper considers whether poor elected member behaviour can be better managed and resolved more efficiently. The paper also seeks views on whether councillors should be required to complete training. Training has been previously recommended by the Crime and Corruption Commission and several independent inquiries. If mandatory training is introduced, there are questions about who should receive training and what training modules a councillor should be required to complete. The paper also considers who should pay for training. It is widely acknowledged the current approach to gift declarations for councillors and certain local government employees is overly complex and confusing. Under the current approach, various thresholds for gifts exist, with exemptions for certain types of gift. Recognising the need to modernise the rules concerning gifts, a working group was established to recommend potential changes. In addition to the working group's initial recommendations, some in the local government sector have called for gifts given in a genuine personal capacity to be excluded. How this can be defined is an important question in the review. Local governments are required to make a variety of information available as a matter of accountability and transparency. These requirements have not kept up with technology. In the digital age, people expect to be able to access information when and where they want. For many people, finding a notice in a newspaper is old-fashioned and not easily accessible. In some areas of the state, newspapers are simply not available. The review poses questions about what information should be available to the public and how that information should be made available. Red tape can be frustrating. Red tape exists when rules go too far, become obsolete, or are implemented poorly. We are seeking ideas about the particular areas where red tape in the Local Government Act can be reduced. Under the Act, local governments have the ability to form a corporate entity known as a regional subsidiary. This arrangement allows multiple local governments to pool their resources to carry out their statutory functions. The local government sector has requested that regional subsidiaries be permitted to borrow money in their own right. The consultation seeks views on whether regional subsidiaries should be able to borrow money independent of the local governments that establish them. This is your opportunity to shape the future of local government. You can view the consultation paper and have your say at the department's website. The consultation period is open until the 9th of March 2018. For more information, please contact the Department of Local Government, Sport and Cultural Industries.